An exclusive interview with His Excellency the Ambassador of India to Lebanon, Mr. Muhammad Noor Rahman Sheikh. Good afternoon, Excellency.
Good afternoon.
First, you are most welcome in Lebanon. You were appointed recently Ambassador of India to Lebanon. It's our great honor having you in Lebanon first. For India, it's a great honor. For Lebanon, it's a great pleasure and honor too. Welcome to Lebanon.
Thank you so much, Joel, and it's actually an honor, great privilege for me to represent India as India's ambassador to Lebanon. Yes.
When have you been appointed Ambassador of India to Lebanon, Excellency?
Yeah, this was announced sometime in mid of June, and I was able to join here on 2nd of August, so I'm here 3 weeks in
Definitely.
Lebanon. Yes.
How did you find the country so far?
In fact, I'm with my family and my mother as well, so my children and myself, we are having I think the great times, memorable times, I would say.
They are welcome. Where have you served before, Excellency?
Yeah, I came from Delhi. I was heading the Economic Diplomacy Division in Ministry of External Affairs for 3 years. And before that, I was Consul General in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for 4 years. And before that, I was in India's mission to the United Nations in New York for about 7 months, and before that again I was in Jeddah as Consul Hajj, Deputy Consul General, and before that I was Desk Officer for West Asia and North Africa, and in fact dealing with Lebanon as well from 2009 to 12. So I had a bit of an experience of dealing with this country as well.
Always representing your country, India. What's the feeling? What are your visions, Excellency? And every time that you are representing with great honor your country, how do you feel? And what's, let's say, the message behind representing such a great India? And we will discover later on why it's a great India, and congratulations to your country.
Thank you so much, Joel. In fact, when you represent a country, your country, it's a matter of great pride and privilege, because
Definitely.
You are speaking, like in my case, I'm speaking on behalf of my 1.4 billion, people in the country. I'm talking, I'm aware that I've been appointed by the President of India to represent, the country, and of course to strengthen the relations, bilateral relations that I'm serving in. So in this case, of course, India and Lebanon's bilateral relations, and also of course to take care of the Indian diaspora in this country. And then facilitate, the Lebanese, travel, for example, to India, and the interactions with the political leadership, enhance so many areas of, relationship. And it's actually it's a great honor to be appointed as ambassador.
Best of luck for all your endeavors, Excellency. I have already said that India is a great country, and thanks to its endeavors, success, it has never been not present for doing the best for the country, for its community, for its citizens. And we do remember during the pandemic, COVID-19, it has seen the light, or some laboratories have seen the light for the COVID-19 vaccine. It has never missed that. Nowadays, and especially yesterday, during August 2023, Chandra means moon, Yan means the vehicle. So Chandrayaan 3 has reached not only the lunar atmosphere, but landed in the moon. Tell us more, Excellency.
Exactly. The moment, it landed, the Chandrayaan 3, and its lander, Bikram, landed in the south pole of moon. The feeling of awe, the feeling of pride, swelled into our, chest. The whole body was, with that kind of feeling. And it's just not just my feeling, it's feeling of 1.4 billion Indians.
Definitely.
And of course I'm sure this is shared by the whole humanity as well, because as our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi said, it is not just India's success,
the whole world's
success, and it also gives that, encouragement and hope to other countries, and particularly from the global south, to think of achieving such, missions in future. And of course, we can now think of going beyond the moon, going to the Venus and Mars, and it's just like, so as we used to say, sky is the limit. So actually, it's much beyond now.
So the flag of India is beyond everything, and it's really a great pride for India to achieve such success. Tell us more, Excellency.
Well, as you recall, Chandrayaan 2's mission in 2019, the lessons that we learned from there, and the ISRO, which is the world-class space organization based in Bangalore, Indian Space Research Organization in Bangalore, has been, motivated enough, and of course with the support of the Prime Minister and the scientific temper of its chairman and the whole team of scientists there. And I would also like to highlight, that it has a significant number of women scientists, as part of this team. In fact, the associate project director of Chandrayaan
in ISRO,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
definitely.
It's a female scientist by the name Kalpana. So you find that it's a very unique kind of ecosystem.
It's a special cachet.
Yes. So it's so, and then of course the purpose of this mission, the Bikram lander would be in the South Pole and in the surface of the moon for 14 days, and it would go in for the mineral, it will go for the studies of mineral composition on the surface of the moon.
For scientific research, if I can say that.
Yes. For
so 14 days, the purpose is for scientific research.
Yes.
Tell us more, Excellency.
Yes, and to see, to explore any kind of presence of minerals on other other bodies available there. And those studies, as I said, as the Prime Minister mentioned, it is just not India's success, is for the whole humanity. So whatever studies are undertaken by the Chandrayaan, would be shared for the betterment of the humanity. So
Chandrayaan 3 is for the whole humanity, the future of the humanity.
Indeed.
And as you said in previous press release, one future, one
earth,
heart,
one earth, one family, one future. Yes.
This is amazing. Now, as we know, Excellency, that Lebanon is just facing a lot of crisis, economic crisis to say the least. Do you think that the ISRO will be having or just trying to figure out a program to enhance our research center here in Lebanon? I talk about the space, basically.
See, ISRO has been in existence since 1962. And it has then left several projects. It has sent, several satellites for use for navigation purposes, for agriculture, for various other education and various other purposes. So a friendly country like Lebanon certainly can take advantage of this. The kind of wealth of knowledge that ISRO possesses, and ISRO also of course conducts training programs and seminars and interactions with space scientists from other countries around the world.
Amazing.
Yes, and in fact I was fortunate enough to visit the ISRO facility in December last year. In fact I went for a valedictory function for for a training program of scientists, space scientists around the world.
Yes.
And I could sense the kind of the benefit that accrued to those space scientists by those interactions with the scientists from ISRO. And I'm sure a friendly country like Lebanon can stand to benefit from such kind of trainings, interactions, and we as an embassy of India in Lebanon would be very happy to kind of see if this can be taken forward. Maybe it can start off, say, as a virtual interaction between space scientists from here and the ISRO scientists, and then they can build on there.
The exchange of experts.
Exactly.
If you can see
the visits can happen.
The
facilities of ISRO can be visited. Kind of things like that.
We always wish India to always and sustainably have the extensive pool of experts in every field, as we know. Mr. Muhammad, Excellency Ambassador of India to Lebanon, before closing up, what is your agenda for the coming days to Lebanon, and how do you see you can enhance more this relationship between India and Lebanon, and we know that stretching back to history, the relation has always been full of success.
Yes,
Tell us more.
That's very true. You know, before coming here, before taking up my assignment, you know, I had the opportunity to call on, you know, various leaders of the countries, you know, including Honorable President of India, the Vice President of India, the Foreign Minister, various other ministers. You know, all the leaders in India have this, you know, best wishes for the people and government of Lebanon. They're all aware of it, and India stands with the, you know, for the good being of the country, you know,
Sure.
and the people of Lebanon.
Sure thing.
And whatever ways we can help, you know, you would have observed that during, you know, following the unfortunate Beirut port blast, you know, government of India was one of the first responders in terms of humanitarian assistance. You know, during the difficult times, the Embassy of India never closed down. So the embassy, once it started in 1954, it continued working till now, you know, without any
Definitely.
kind of stopping. So, you know,
Without any doubt.
you know, yeah, and then, you know, for example, trade, you know, bilateral trade. If you see, you know, we have been focusing a lot. You know, India's merchandise export, you know, last year crossed like $750 billion, goods and services.
This
and,
is amazing.
Yes, and with Lebanon, for example, it's, you know, more than it's about $500 million. You know, there's always more scope, you know, for this bilateral trade between, you know, India and Lebanon. You know, there is of course more you know, scope in terms of promotion of tourism, medical travel, education, even, you know, so international trade in local currencies.
Definitely.
You know, Indian culture is quite popular here. You know, yoga is very popular here. I see a lot of Lebanese are, and already
Cultural activities are very well known. Definitely.
You know, exactly. So we you know, we'd be very happy to, you know, further strengthen this.
You are very generous.
Well,
As Embassy of India here to Lebanon, really generous in all activities and in all improvement, and trying to put your hand in every sector that is a little bit weak here. Definitely, we can
will
see
try
that.
our best. You know, like for example, this year, 2023, has been recognized as United Nations International Year of Millets, you know, by the UN, and we are planning a couple of events on promotion of millets. We would be having our International Day of Non-Violence on 2nd October. We would be having, say, tomorrow, for example, a sports competition. You know, of course, we are, this time it would be.
Hope we can make it excellent.
Badminton,
We shouldn't
and table tennis. So, you know, all Lebanese friends and friends of India are invited for it, to participate in that. So we will be having, you know, series of events, you know, where cultural events. We intend to invite and bring in cultural troops from India, and we'll you know, see that those performances are done, you know, across the country, for example.
Definitely.
You know, we'll see, you know, educational exchanges can happen. We can have, you know, seminars on promotion of tourism, on medical travel. In fact, another thing that because as I said, I was heading the economic diplomacy division in the Ministry of External Affairs, which is also involved working with civil aviation matters. So, you know, the immediate thing was, because when I came here, I came via, you know, like Dubai, for example. So I thought, why not we have a direct flight between Delhi and Beirut, for example.
Definitely.
So I'll be very seriously pursuing this, you know, opportunity and you know,
let's hope for the best. Excellency Ambassador Muhammad, what's your message to our audience, dear audience, by the end of our interview?
You know, I am very happy to be here. I look forward to having a very successful tenure during my, you know, tour of duty as India's ambassador in Lebanon. You know, Lebanese are close friends. You are most welcome to visit our embassy, to partner with us in carrying out certain activities. You know, wherever you feel that certain economic opportunities can be, you know, generated, we are here to you know, kind of a partner there. You know, we would like to see, you know, the growth of the bilateral relationship in all the spheres. You know, whether it be political, whether it be economic, whether it be culture, sports. You know, it can be food, it can be education, space, you know, space. You know, like for example, this year India is
amazing.
Like, you know, India's G20's presidency, you know, this year, and then in Voice of Global South in January, just preceding, you know, as soon we took over the presidency of G20. finance minister of Lebanon participated, in that summit. We were very confident that the interactions at all levels, political levels, at the parliamentarians level, at media level, at the journalist level, at the kind of professionals, educationists, tour agencies, business people, you name it. I think it should. There's always more scope to kind of do much more. So I'm all here to kind of take it forward, and I'll be very happy to partnering with our partners in
Ambassador Mohammed, best of luck for all your endeavors here in Lebanon. Don't forget domestic tourism.
Yes,
because Lebanon is a very beautiful country.
Sure.
In return, I, Joel Aziz, I wish you best of luck for every single step you are doing, and until we meet again, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.